What them haters talking about?
Order of protection.
What's up, family? I got a chance to see the Tupac biopic All Eyez on Me, starring Demetrius Shipp Jr. Now, this guy is a newcomer, but he plays the role of Tupac so well, it's as if he was anointed by Pac himself. He got all the mannerisms. I'm talking about from the walk, to the talk, to the look, to the dance, to the charm. He got the whole package. Now, the director, Benny Boone, used Tupac's prison interview to guide us through his childhood and early career. This is the way they told the story. I thought it was pretty unique. Now, for those of you who like that fast pace, want to see some quick action and all that stuff, this ain't the movie for you. I mean, the action is there, the drama is there, but it's a build-up to it. So if you can appreciate the build-up, I think you'll enjoy the movie more. The film starts off with establishing his relationship with his mother who was a activist and a member of the Black Panther Party. This gives you some insight on how Tupac's mind was developed. His mom was the catalyst for that. She instilled in him the idea of being honest, being truthful, being true to yourself, standing up for yourself, being a revolutionary, a social revolutionary for change, for justice, standing up for your people. One of the early scenes, she's having this conversation with Tupac, and she's telling him, you're a black leader. That means you have a target, a big target on you. And Pac is a reluctant leader at that moment. He says, I'm not a black leader yet. Unbeknownst to him, he was. Because there were millions of people who were following him and his every move and was hanging on to everything he said. And to them, Pac was their religion. So he was a leader even before he realized that he was a leader. And the second scene that really caught me was when Pac was in the club. Now, and this is the thing about this movie. This movie is, to me, a cautionary tale of love, of family, of romance, of friendship, enemies, betrayal, success, failure. It has it all. So this scene where he and the Jada Pinkett character, Kat Graham, she approaches him in the club. And this is after he made the Hit 'Em Up song where he goes after the Bad Boy family. He goes after Biggie Smalls and Puffy and their whole crew. And he makes a reference to having slept with Faith, who was Biggie's wife, Faith Evans, who was Biggie's wife. And the Jada Pinkett character comes to him and says, look, you're playing a dangerous game. At this moment, Pac is kind of gone because he's a big star now. He has the biggest record on the charts. And he got money, he got fame, he got women all over the place, he got a lot of yes men, he got security, so he's insulated and he's in his bubble. And he's feeling himself. And the Jada Pinkett character approaches him and say, hey, you know what you're doing, you acting fire right now. Who are you? I don't even know you. And he get real fly with it and like, hey, I thought you was down. The thing is with men is that a lot of times we make mistakes because we're stubborn. And when you have money, influence, that kind of power that he had, the arrogance can get to you. It's intoxicating. Success can be intoxicating. And that's what I believe happened with Pac. And he couldn't even realize, he couldn't even see that his friend was still his friend. He was just acting way too fly. He got beside himself. And men often do that. Now, Jada Pinkett made a statement on her Twitter saying that she felt deeply hurt by the movie because she said it was not accurate. One of the producers of the movie, L.T. Hutton, said that he wasn't trying to be perfectly accurate with the movie. What he was trying to do is present the relationship as what Pac wanted to be, what Pac wanted to become. So he's saying, hey, I wasn't trying to be verbatim with this. I think it would have been a good idea had they consulted with her. For whatever reason, they didn't do that. But nevertheless, it's important to note that no biopic you've ever watched has been accurate to the T, all the way down. It just don't work like that. And there's always going to be some people that have a problem with how they're portrayed in a movie about somebody's life or even their life. So if you look at it from an entertainment standpoint, I thought that it was pretty good on an entertainment level. Another scene that I really liked in the movie was the part where Pac is on trial for rape. He's been accused of rape by this girl. He's on trial. He steps outside the courtroom and the reporter's got these mics all in his face and he's talking and he's saying like, look, man, I'm not responsible for everybody else. I'm not responsible for these hanger-ons, these dudes that's hanging around me, what they do. You know, I'm not responsible for that. I can only be responsible for myself. Again, cautionary tale, not true. Because when you are the man and you are the guy with the target on you, nobody sees all the other people around you. Everything falls back on you. So that's why when you attain a certain level of success or whatever, you gotta always be cognizant of the people that you have around you. You have to make sure you have a tight circle because you are going to be responsible. If somebody does anything, they're not gonna come after that person. They're gonna come after the person with the money. They're gonna come for the head of the person who has the most success, who's the celebrity, the big guy. They're coming for the big guy. So you got to be very careful with the people that you surround yourself with, or else these people can destroy your life. They can destroy your career very fast. And I do believe that from what I saw in the movie, I don't think it's a whole lot that Pac could have done differently to not be accused of raping the girl. He did what he did with her, and then he went into his room. He left. Like, he's not responsible for a grown woman. So he left her in the room where he found her at. You dig? So he didn't bring her into the room. She was already in the room. So he's not responsible. But still a cautionary tale. Be very careful in situations like that, where you have a young lady and you have several men, or you have even just one man. Make sure that that you try to avoid these type of situations by all means, because anything could happen. You know, and be a gentleman. I know that sounds crazy to some of y'all, but being a gentleman goes a long ways when you step away from a woman, when you're in an intimate position with a woman, or just any type of position, a private position, whatever, with a woman. It is very important that you try to leave that woman in good spirits, on good terms, even if you're not pursuing a romantic relationship with her, because some of these women are very, very, very vindictive. So you very much have to watch yourself. Watch how you move around. Another scene, when Pac had the #1 record in the country, he was locked up and he couldn't afford a $1.4 million bond. And the way the guy acted it out, you could tell he was embarrassed that he didn't have the money. And he was calling his record label, Interscope. They wouldn't answer the phone. They wouldn't call him back. In fact, well, I'm not going to give all that up, but they wouldn't call him back. So get your business straight. You want to be in this entertainment industry, make sure that your business is straight. And, don't fall for the family thing. Don't fall for that. Get your business straight. Don't let nobody tell you about family and all that stuff, because when it come down to it and you start talking about money, they're going to look at you real, real funny. So make sure you take care of your business first and foremost. And another scene, when Pac was at the MGM Grand, and this is something that you guys already know about, when he had got into the squabble that I believe led to his death. There's a lot of conspiracy theories running around. I don't think that was some huge conspiracy to kill Pac. I think that Pac got into a fight. He crossed the line from civilian to gang. He went into the gang world when he stomped out a gang member, and the gang member retaliated like gang members do. I think by far and large, most gang members respect people who then made it out, that came from where they came from and made it out. And I think as long as you in your lane, you in that lane and you respect that, you're going to be good. But when you cross over into that world, then all bets are off and you know what comes with that world. So I think that the lines were blurred for Pac, and he didn't understand that. And I think that is what eventually cost Pac his life. I don't believe that Suge Knight had anything to do with Pac's death. I don't believe that Biggie Smalls had anything to do with Pac's death. I knew both of those guys. Biggie didn't want no beef like that. And Suge Knight, as dangerous as Suge Knight could be, he wasn't a dummy in the sense of where he would put a hit on somebody and be in the driver's seat while he's putting a hit on somebody who's in the passenger seat. And the guy, he's going to tell the guy to pull up on the side of him, and he's going to shoot in the direction that he's in. He's right in the line of fire. It doesn't make sense. Suge Knight was Pac's boss. He could have, if he wanted to set Pac up, he could have set Pac up where he was 2,000 miles away from Pac. Because he was his boss, he could have had Pac to be anywhere, any time and date he wanted Pac to be at. And Pac would have showed up because that's his boss. He write his checks. So I don't believe that Suge had anything at all to do with Pac's death. I think that Pac died over some BS like so many of us do. And so many of us picking up others' beef, stupid, trivial beef, and we lose our lives and we lose our freedoms every day. And it's ironic that Pac lived for a cause, but he died just because. That is a tragedy. Tupac was a complicated individual. He was a walking contradiction, but I think, as many of us are, but Tupac used his complexity to become a cultural icon. And I believe that Demetrius Shipp Jr. played his role to a T. I believe he was born for that role, and he delivered. The movie is without a doubt worth the admission. Go. Don't worry about what nobody else says. Go check out the movie for yourself, because there are mixed reviews out there. I would say do what I did. Go check out the movie for yourself. I do believe that you'll enjoy it. On a scale of 1 to 10, I give it about an 8.5 or 9. That's where I stand. Check it out for yourself and let me know where you stand. No more talk.
What the haters talking about?
Order of protection.